What's going on, my people? KUT here, back with another video. Been a little while since I dropped anything, but anyway, this is a discussion I want to have with y'all real quick. I ain't gonna be too long with it, I don't think. I'm under the impression that there is no, when it comes to hip-hop, I'm speaking especially with hip-hop or anything, it can go with anything, but hip-hop especially, there is no of all time. There is no greatest of all time. There is no greatest MC of all time. There is no greatest DJ of all time, producer, b-boy, graffiti writer, boots, shirts, jackets, hats, hoodies, anything when it comes to hip-hop. There is no of all time because time is still going on. Now, there is some greats for sure, but you can switch it out any day. You can switch it out any day. Like, I'm a KRS-One fan. That's my guy, my MC right there, favorite MC. I put him at the top when it comes to my MC list. But then I'll hear some Black Thought, or I'll hear some Nas, or I'll hear a Rock Marciano or something like that, and be like, yo, that's dope right there. But everybody has their own lane. I guess that's my main point with this greatest of all time thing. And you know, we love to throw around, I think it's just nostalgia. I think it's because they died, but many people, it's always Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas. Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas. They're dope, don't get me wrong. Love Nas. You check my channel, you'll see some Nas reviews. We hold Nas up. Right now, I'll give him the crown when it comes to, if there's a New York, King of New York, whatever, I'll say he has it as the OG, as the legend, especially with these latest projects he's been doing. I mean, he got 2 trilogies, which people don't typically, which don't happen. This is a rare moment, and he's doing it for the love. So Nas can arguably be considered one of the greats, which people say greatest of all time, which I'm definitely saying there is no greatest of all time because time is still going on. And there are many, many people who drop dope music. When it comes to say Nas, let me go, just Nas, just a little bit of sprinkle of Nas stuff. I'm listening to the Magics, the King's Disease, all that stuff, they're dope. But then if I look a little deeper on the underground at what Alchemist has been doing, it's crazy. Like right now, I'm waiting on this vinyl to come. The Alchemist and Larry June, man, this is about to be a dope. It's already a dope. I stream it all the time. It's a dope record. Now, I can say that's better than Magic. Like, it's just dope. They're their own thing, but this is a dope project. Production-wise, it's just something different. Alchemist, he makes art, man. He makes these art type records, these underground art records. And when it comes to those MCs, Larry June, Earl Sweatshirt, the Boldy Jameses, all of these guys, man, they are doing some great work. So this whole greatest of all time thing, man, is hard to say because a lot of factors go into that. Like I said, time's still going on. Then we got to look at their body of work. Some people look at sales. I guess we can look at sales, body of work, impact. What did you do for the game? What did you bring to the culture? Did you bring a new style? Did you do something original? Were you being original the whole time? Did you play the game? Did you sell out? Did you do that? All that, I guess, can come into play. We can look at these greats. So even like Big Daddy Kane, like he can go up there. I mean, I already mentioned Black Thought. Man, there's just so many. And then when it comes down to greatest groups, I mean, some people say Wu-Tang, but then you'll get people say NWA. You'll get Outkast get thrown in there. There was a list recently, which I be hating those lists. People had think Outkast won greatest group of all time. You know, when it comes to hip hop. So, I mean, you got Brand Newbie, and there are not many groups anymore. Digable Planets is dope. But I can come back. I can say Wu-Tang can be considered almost definitely one of the greatest groups. But like I said, then you look at sales, I think Outkast sold more. So do we look at that? No, I don't know. Yes, no, I don't know. But you know, Wu-Tang is high for me. I put them high up. But of all time, I'm not doing the of all time thing. So we're gonna drop that part. But yeah, man, just wanted to have that talk when we talk about hip hop. If you want to go producers, it's very hard to do an of all time because you got Marley Marl made a lot of classics, Preem made a lot of classics, Pete Rock classics, Ninth Wonder. He don't get mentioned that much, but he got a lot under his belt. Q-Tip is crazy. Dan the Automator, I like him, and there's a lot of underground dudes. DJ Shadow, he does stuff. Man, what's his name? I say Dan Automator. It's a lot of, I'm missing a bunch, man, because I'm just, freestyling it. But there's just so many producers who put in a ton of work. A lot of them are underground. This dude Ayatollah. It's just so many producers out there. A lot of them underground, a lot of them did records on albums, and they're classics. Timbaland, you got your Swiss Beats out there, Trey. It's just so many, man. It's too many to name. I can't even. DJ Mark the 45 King, who recently passed, rest in peace to him. He produced a ton of smash hits. He did Stand for Eminem. Then come back to MCing Eminem. He gets thrown in there. Many people put him up very high. I liked him early on, like his new style where he get the ribbity tibbity tabbity stuff is not really my thing, but put him on there. Busta could be thrown up in there. There's a lot of great artists, man. That's just the main point I'm making. And that's why I don't really do the whole of all time thing, like, cause time's still going on. But Tupac, definitely put him on there. People like him, and I can think their body of work. He had a decent amount of records. Biggie don't have enough to be considered all time. I can't say all time. He was great for what he did, but of all time, I can't put him at number one. I can't really put Pac at number one because it's just, to me, it's not enough work, man. It's not enough work. It's not enough work. But definitely a Nas, a Jay, everybody's in the running, man. I put them all up there. But my underground guys, man, the Rock Marcianos, you know, when it comes to them groups, Dilated, they more underground. I ain't saying they sold with Wu-Tang and sold, but Impact, man, they made underground impact anyway. I ain't gonna say they're as big as Wu, but to me, these are like great groups. Great. And back to producers, I'm jumping around, some come to mind. Madlib, Dilla. Like, yeah, that's why these all-time lists, man, we can't do that. We need to put an end to this of all time, man. I mean, it's decent. People want to talk about, people like to have that conversation, but the whole of all time thing, man, I have to throw that out the window because, like I said, time is still going on, and these dudes are still creating. A lot of them are still making music. As I flip back to KRS-One, he got a couple albums that a lot of people don't hear because they don't get this mass distribution like they do. And then he don't really promote like that. He'll drop some stuff. It's usually underground. He sell it through his website. He hit the road, we'll rent it real quick. It's not these big national tours no more. These big stadiums, ain't no more stadiums. He rock the clubs. He'll do his thing. But he mainly does his Temple of Hip Hop stuff. And he does drop music. You know, I think he's always recording. He's always staying sharp. Even at 60 or however old he is, at 59, see, he's up there somewhere in that age range, but still got bars, still delivering. So that's why I kind of hold him in high regard when it comes to his art, you know. I ain't saying I agree with all his stuff, everything he says, but definitely when it comes to that penmanship, that artistry, he's up there. KRS, man, that Streetlight album, it's a couple dope ones out there. If you do a search on KRS-One albums, you'll come across some work. So he stays with it. He stays with the culture. Stays with hip hop. But yeah, man, I just think that whole of all time situation needs to go. We got our greats, and people wear the crown at different times. Everybody got their flows. Everybody got their ebbs and flows when their career's up, career's down. But what Nas is doing right now, he can have it. But when it comes to producing or some of these other records, I like what Evidence is doing, man. Like, not Evidence. I mean, Evidence is dope too. Evidence is another dope one. I mean, with Alchemist, but Alchemist and Evidence, they work together a lot. But Alchemist, man, really liking his work. He's another one that I give some money to. I will buy his. I'll support him. Support the Nas stuff, man, because it's just, you know, Nas, he makes some dope stuff. There's still a lot of people on the fence with the whole Hit Boy stuff. Recently, I was at a Trill. There's a guy. We talked a little bit, and he still was on the fence with the whole Hit Boy production, which I'm liking it, man. To the premiere album roll around, yes, I think that's gonna happen. Nas, I think he's gonna do it for the fans. I think he's gonna do it for us. You know, that's the missing link to his career. Nas drops that premiere album, that will be a mega bomb in the industry. And I think they're gonna do it, man. I hope they can get together and get that done. That will be a #1 record. That'll do its thing. That will do its thing. It's not too late, man. These dudes are still around. Everybody's still there. Come on, Nas and Preem. I dropped the video on here. Check I'm gonna tag it on the end here. I wrote an open letter. I sent an open letter to Nas to come on, man, make that happen. You and Preem get together. Y'all can do it, man. That will be a mega bomb that we need. That's something that we would need, man. And when it comes to MCs, like you said, back to them. J. Cole's dope. I like what he does. Kendrick dope. I don't have a lot of Kendrick stuff, but some songs that's dope. But J. Cole is definitely he's definitely lyrical. I like what he does. Common, another dope MC. Another dope MC. And it's just too many errors, man. I think that what you got like from the 60s to that whole 70s era when everything was developing, then the 70s into the 80s, and the 80s into the 90s. 80s dropped some serious records. The EPMD, another group that I'll put on that list as one of the greats. I ain't gonna say of all time, but definitely high. It's like, so it's hard to do this. This is a hard thing to do. EPMD is no joke, man. Love them. Love what they do, man. Hopefully they come back with a record one day. Hopefully they come back one day. But yeah, man, it's just a discussion, my opinion on it, of course. Everybody got theirs, but yeah, man, we just wanna I just want to do away with that whole of all time. I stopped saying it, even though I do love Illmatic as a top record, but of all time, I don't know, man. I don't know. I almost want to go back and say, yeah, that's the one. But there's some records that I listen to, like, man, this may be a little bit better. But for instance, Ice Cube America's Most Wanted, classic, dope record. Love that. Ice Cube had a good run of solo projects, man. After NWA stuff, he put it down. Even throw him in that whole top MC talk. Throw him in there. So it's just a lot too much art out there, man. Too much art has been made to say which is the just one of all time. I'm kind of done with that. And I'm done with like lists. Even though I have a couple lists on here, I think I have a couple lists on this channel, but they're hard to do. I gotta do away with them. But there's just a lot of great art out there. It's too hard to say what's what. So hope you like this little dialogue while I'm on the road. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with more. Check the video I got coming up right here on the end of this video. And yeah, man, give it a subscribe to this channel, man. I'm gonna try to bring some more of this. I got some vinyl. I'm waiting on some there's some pre-orders. There's a couple delays. Alchemist, he had a delay with his one of his records, him and the Larry June. Yeah, that's a delay. Nas Magic 3 is a delay. 2 and 3. I think one of them, I got an email saying they delayed both of those, or one of them. So I think vinyl is printing like crazy these days. It surpassed, CDs and down. It's way up. I ain't gonna say downloads, but it's way up as far as vinyl sales are up. But speaking of Nas, he actually got for Record Store Day. Nas biography. I'm not sure if he's behind or if it's just the label, Sony, somebody's doing it. I'm not sure if he's behind it, but I think it's the I Am autobiography. It's called. A record's coming out. Limited to, it says 4,100 copies. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they just put the records, just a few in each store. So that's gonna be on Record Store Day. That's coming up. I think it's Black Friday actually. So I think Black Friday they're gonna be dropping just a limited run of that Nas I Am biography record, if that's the right title. I'm not gonna be messing that up, but something to look out for if you get vinyl. So I'll be checking on that, and I'll be coming back with a vinyl review. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get some more content on here at some point. I haven't been dropping on this channel as much, but just wanted to drop this talk about the greatest of all time. There is no greatest of all time. Time is still going on. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. It's KUT. Peace.